I woke up late for school one morning, but honestly I wasn't all that upset about it. I was actually sort of happy because that meant my school day would be shorter. I even stopped and got Tim Hortons for breakfast on the way. I guess you could say I was taking my time. When I got to campus, I parked my car just where I usually did, and nothing felt different, other than me being just an hour and 30 minutes late. I walked up to the door that I always used every day to get into the building, and when I went to open it, the door was locked. I thought that was really weird because I had been using the same door for over 2 years, and I never had that happen to me once. I did the only normal thing that everyone else would do in that situation. I walked around towards the back side of campus to try and use a different door. When I got to the other door, it was also locked. I decided to try one more time before giving up. I walked all the way to the front of campus so I could try and enter through the main door of the building, but it was also locked. At this point I knew something was wrong. It wasn't a holiday or anything like that, so I was at a loss for words. I put my hands over my eyes and looked through the glass door, and there was not a single sign of anyone, which was also weird. I texted a few of my friends and asked them what the heck was going on. One of them texted me back quickly and said lockdown, hide, Rio lockdown, in all caps. My heart dropped to my stomach. A million thoughts ran through my head, but I knew I had to make a decision quick. I was wondering if it was a lockdown drill or if someone was really lurking around that was potentially dangerous. I ran towards my car because that was my best bet. At least that's what I thought anyways. I ran through the grass while sticking to the side of the building, trying to maintain my composure. And I also tried my best to make sure I remained undetected. Before I turned the corner, I peeked my head around and I saw someone dressed in all black with a hood on. To me it looked sketchy, and I had a gut feeling that this was the man that caused the lockdown. He hadn't seen me yet. However, he was now heading in my direction. I knew if I didn't do something quick, that he was going to see me as soon as he turned the corner, and do who knows what to me. That's when I made the conscious decision to run. I booked it towards my car, and before I even took 5 steps, he started chasing me. I had some distance on him, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be enough to get to my car before he did. He was running on an angle, and I was running straight. It was either try to get to my car or I was going to have to run through the woods in this trail nearby campus. In my head, I knew my car was my best chance because he was probably much faster than me and would catch up to me fairly quick if we ended up running through the wooded trails. I ended up making it to my car and I got in as well, but as I was shutting the door, he grabbed the handle. I almost had it closed though. He was losing his grip on the handle, so he let go of it for just a second to try and put his hands through the door. But I was quick enough that I slammed the door on his fingers. He started screaming in agony, and that's when I took off, crying, and I called my mom. The man ended up getting caught, and he got arrested. He is sitting in jail right now as far as I know, awaiting trial. He made some serious threats to the school, and also got caught with a handgun that he had tucked in his pants. I wish I wouldn't have went to school that day. If I ever wake up late again for class, I might just skip the entire day instead. This took place when I was in my 3rd year of college. I was studying psychology, and I was well on my way to become a psychologist. The dorm I lived in was an all-girl only dorm. Just as I was about to go to sleep one night, I awoke to a strange noise in my room. My roommate was gone for the weekend, so it obviously couldn't have been her. So initially it kind of freaked me out a bit. I got up and turned the light on, but as I expected, there was no one there. But then I noticed that my water bottle fell from my TV stand. I thought that was really strange, but I picked it up and just decided to forget about it and lay back down. I turned the TV on and I started watching Netflix because getting up like that kind of woke me up a bit. And I wasn't really in the mood to go to sleep anymore. Right next to my bed, I had a nightstand. Out of nowhere, I heard a couple loud thuds. It sounded like someone was hitting my nightstand. And then it started shaking rapidly. I immediately jumped out of bed, but before I could even get up, I felt something kick my bed from underneath it. I was confused, but I didn't stay around for long. I zoomed out of my room so quick that both of my shoes nearly came off as I was trying to put them on. Before I exited the door, I looked behind me, and there was a man staring directly at me, sitting on my bed with the most disturbing smile on his face. He looked to be in his 30s. He didn't say anything to me though, nor did he chase me either. He must have snuck in my room when I went to the bathroom earlier in the night. I do have a bad habit of not locking my door, but I really never expected anything like this to happen, especially because I would have been gone for no more than 5 minutes. I ran upstairs to the next floor to my best friend's dorm. I banged on the door like the damn police in hopes that she would be there. I was yelling, telling her that it was me and that I was in danger. She let me in and I told her everything. I started having a breakdown and she eventually calmed me down so we could call the campus police. The police actually ended up finding him and arresting him for harassment. Apparently the man was extremely docile and he didn't even put up a fight against the police whatsoever and cooperated with them completely. He told him that he was lonely and that he was just looking for a friend. Yeah, that just made it all the way more creepy for me. That man is a legit insane person. Even the cop told me that he gave him the heebie-jeebies when they were talking. I haven't seen the weird guy since, but hopefully it stays that way. When I was in college, I had a dorm all to myself, which was nice at times, but sometimes I would get bored, considering there wasn't anyone to talk to. All of my friends had a roommate, so I guess at times it made me wish I had one as well. But it is what it is. I didn't really mind that much. I'm a very laid back and easygoing person, so I didn't really care a whole lot, like I said. For like a week straight though, there would be someone that would come and knock on my door and then run away, I guess. Because every time I opened the door, there would be no one there. I was more annoyed than scared because I was sick of whoever it was that was messing with me. Eventually they stopped doing it though, probably because I quit acknowledging them. I don't imagine it would be very fun to continuously knock on someone's door and run away if they don't even try to catch you. The next day, my friend Avery asked if I wanted to go to a party with her. I'm not really a party person or someone who even likes to drink at all, but I was feeling very promiscuous. I was really stressed from whoever it was that had been knocking on my door every night for the past week and a half. I had been losing sleep over it because it drove me that insane. I really wanted to take the edge off, and I was also feeling like breaking out of my shell. I was also bored, which I'm sure you could tell by now. I have nightmares about what happened at that party, but it was a blessing and a curse, so I don't regret going at all. Something horrible happened to me while I was there, but I had no idea that it was going to be the start of the rest of my life. More on that in a few. But anyways, the party that Avery was talking about was not the kind of party I was expecting. It was a dorm room full of people that were drinking, which I didn't think would be very fun. So shortly after I got there, I told everyone I was going to be leaving soon, and my excuse was that I had a lot of homework I needed to catch up on. They were all trying to convince me to stay, but I really didn't want to. Meanwhile, I saw some guy mixing up a drink out of the corner of my eye, and I saw that he put something in it. No way. He just spiked someone's drink, I thought to myself. He had his back turned on an angle to me, so he couldn't see that I saw what he was doing. I was completely zoning out over there in his direction, all while not hearing a single word anyone else was saying to me. I didn't say anything about it until he tried handing it to me. I'm not drinking that. I saw what you did to it. You put something in it. Most of everyone in the room laughed at me when I said that, and he played it off like I was being crazy. Oh yeah? What's that white foam looking stuff at the top then? I asked. I then took the drink from him and compared it to everyone else's, and showed them all that mine was the only one that looked like that. It clearly wasn't fizz either. He was trying to drug me. I think one of the guys there, who I assumed in the moment to not be in on the whole thing, realized I wasn't lying and stuck up for me. He got beat up for it though from the 3 other guys that were at the party. I was very thankful for him, but I took the opportunity to leave. I ran to my dorm and started crying. I felt so bad for leaving him there, but there was nothing I could have done. I couldn't tell the campus police either, because we weren't allowed to be drinking in the first place, and they take those rules very seriously. I've had friends that had been expelled before, just from getting caught with alcohol. Every day for the rest of the year, everyone at that party tormented me and made fun of me for what happened that night. Even Avery started being fake to me. The guy who stuck up for me that night, though, we became really close friends after what happened, and we would hang out every day. Well, now I'm married to him, and we have been together in a relationship for 5 years now, and married for 2. We have a daughter on the way as well. I'm 5 months along, and we are in a really good spot with life and our marriage, and we are moving towards a very promising future.